Based in Nigeria, the FBI says this crime ring also was able to hit 1,000 people who live in Los Angeles and bilk them out of $73 million. And just how fast is this crime growing?
In the first 7 months of this year, the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center received nearly 14,000 complaints from victims.
BEC scammers used hacked email accounts to convince businesses or individuals to make payments that were either completely bogus or should have been otherwise paid to legitimate companies.
The FBI said this was done in 4 steps. The scammers would target the companies, then grooming. That's where they would send out an email or a phone call, usually to the finance department, and then they would start bombarding the financial department. Step 3, they would exchange information. Step 4, the money would be wired. And investigators say it is one of the most sophisticated operations they have ever seen using the internet.
The scammers employ social engineering tactics, spoof websites, or conduct computer intrusions to fraudulently transfer funds.
Canadians have lost almost $300 million to fraud so far this year.
In this video, I'm going to be explaining the business email compromise scam. Now, a lot of scammers have been able to buy houses, cars, and even make investments from this update. Please note, this is for educational purposes only. I'm only teaching you guys how to stay safe online. The scam we're going to be talking about is nothing other than business email compromise. What is business email compromise and how does it even work? Business email compromise is a type of cyber attack where scammers gain access to a business email account to impersonate the owner and to also deceive the employees or manipulate the business partners into transferring funds or sensitive information. Now, a lot of things go on in business email compromise and a lot of scammers make money from this update. I'm only here to teach you guys how to stay safe online. Now, we're going to go through each and every step, but I'm going to list them out for you. The first thing that they do is that they research and they select a target. The second thing that they do is that they send phishing emails to their targets. The third thing that they do is that they establish trust. The fourth thing that they do is that they request for payment or information, which is like documents or some sensitive things from their company. The fifth thing that they do, obviously, for every scammer or Yahoo boy is to cover their tracks. Let's go through each and every one of them one by one. I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how scammers make money from this scam and how to stay safe online. Now let's go through the first step, which is research and select targets. Now, scammers research organizations to identify potential targets with valuable information or access. Now, what does this mean? This means that they research and select targets. Let's say the secretary of the company is on LinkedIn or WhatsApp or Facebook. There's a way they get their information by doing research, by doing social engineering, by going on the internet and checking up the company and knowing who and who is in charge of what. Then they start messaging these people to gain access to information, impersonating the boss or impersonating somebody that is very, very high in the company. So that's the first way that they do business email compromise. The second way is by sending phishing emails. Now, a lot of them know that they won't get response from the boss or from the person by merely messaging them on Instagram or Facebook. Now, the thing that they do is this: they look for the email address of the company. After getting the email address of the company, they start sending phishing emails. Now, once many emails have been sent, the company is going to say, hey, let me try and answer one of these emails and know what is going on. Unknowing to that worker, they don't know that it is a scam to trick the employees to give out login informations or sensitive informations. Once they give out that information, we are now going to move on to the next step, which is number 3. Establishing trust. Now, obviously, in business, trust is needed. Like, if you don't have trust, they cannot send money, they can't do anything. So trust is the life of this thing. So what they actually do to gain trust is by sending them fake documents. Now, the company obviously knows that they've been transacting with them for years, so they're not going to even ask questions that, oh, what's going on, or else maybe they are suspecting or they want to see some documents for payment. Now, they're going to send those documents to the company and tell them that, hey, we are legitimate and we are bringing this offer up, can you just pay us? Which takes us to number 4 of this list, which is requesting for payment or information. Now, we all know that the goal of this business email compromise is to make money. A lot of scammers want to make money from this business email compromise. You can't just start a scam and say you want to end it peacefully without making money. So that's the goal of every scam. Now, the request for money or the request for sensitive documents that they know that they can take ownership of the company's shares. Now, what are the things that they use to request for payment. They will request for payment for shipping, they may request for payment for housing. They will bring up an excuse that, hey, we want you to pay for this before we can proceed with this. And now the secretary or the person in charge of payment may be loose or may be light-minded and may not know, and they'll say, okay, what are your account details? And they're either going to demand for a check or they're going to demand for a wire transfer. It's either the company says it or the scammers say it. So that's the request for payment or information section. Now this is the fifth one, which is the most powerful out of them. Cover their tracks. Now obviously, after scamming over $73 million, the scammers will obviously want to cover their tracks. It can mean breaking their PC, it might mean resetting their PC, it might mean selling their PC, but something has to be done to cover their tracks. If they don't cover their tracks, the company is going to say, hey, let's hire a tracker and track where this transaction was sent to. It could be Bitcoin. The company knows how to track all these things because there are a lot of experienced hackers and trackers out there who know how to do all these things. Now, with all that being said, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join my Telegram link in the description as well. Now, if you want to learn how to make a fake video call, watch this video over here. If you want to learn how to change your voice, watch this video over here. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video.